Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. KSJE is proud to support the Aztec Highland Games and Celtic Music Festival, October 2nd and 3rd at Riverside Park in Aztec. Music from Big Patty, Smelter Mountain Boys, Patrick Crossing and Devil's Dram, and featuring the Highland Games Athletic Competition. Plus, Scottish vendors, food, and clans. Find out more online at aztechhighlandgames.com. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, here to meet your urgent and emergent medical needs, whether they are COVID-19 related or not. Medical emergencies happen when you least expect them, whether it's a stroke, heart attack, illness, or injury. San Juan Regional Medical Center's caregivers are here to provide care to you and your loved ones. Find out more online at sanjuanregional.com. Minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Wednesday morning, the 22nd day of September, 2021. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE, 90.9 FM, of course, over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. 103.3 FM over the air in Durango, Colorado, and streaming everywhere else on Earth from our website, ksje.com. Welcome also to our viewers who are watching this visual radio program. The video is streaming live this morning to the KSJE Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and our Twitter account. We are glad that you are with us as well this morning, everyone, because coming up in the next few moments, we are talking about the big New Mexico Outdoor Conference, which is being held here in Farmington next week. We'll get the details about that, how you can enjoy parts of the conference as well. That conversation begins in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Then later on this morning at 8:50 a.m., I'll check in with Ron Price, another lesson about life in the sandbox. And this morning, Ron is going to talk a little bit about button pushing. That's later on this hour at 8:50 a.m. right here on KSJE and our social media channels as well. Next hour, it's our classical music program, Roving with the Arts. Mick Hess is here playing music from Richard Strauss, played by the Oslo Philharmonic. You'll hear that coming up at 9:06 on KSJE, a special 90-minute version, because that'll take us to 10:30. And right on Four Corners, our local and regional author program with Tracy Hales-Vass. And today, Tracy is talking to author Susan Twite about her latest book called Bless the Birds. That conversation today at 10:30, right here on the air on KSJE. Don't forget, of course, about our social media platforms. In addition to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, you can check us out on our Instagram page as well. And if you're a podcast person, you can subscribe to KSJ's podcast wherever you listen to podcasts on all popular platforms like iTunes and Spotify and iHeart and all the rest. Weather forecast, it is 48 degrees outside our studios here at San Juan College. Sunshine this morning, on our way to a sunny day with a high of 81 in Farmington today. 46 tonight, mostly sunny for the next several days, and a high of 83 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and on into Sunday, with overnight lows near 50 degrees. Well, let me get to my guests who are patiently waiting on Zoom this morning to talk about the big New Mexico Outdoor Conference that opens in Farmington next week. And joining me from Outdoor New Mexico, the executive director of that organization, Jeff Steinborn, is with us via Zoom this morning. Jeff, good morning. Thank you for getting our technology going this morning. Appreciate it.
Good morning. Glad we can work it out. Great to be with you, Scott.
We did work it out. Thank you. Also joining us here via Zoom is Warren Unsicker, who is the Economic Development Director with the City of Farmington. Always great to have him on the program. Mr. Unsicker, good morning to you.
Good morning. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Thank you both for coming on this morning. Jeff, so let me start with you about this big conference, postponed from last year, but Farmington gets to host it this year, and it starts next week. And this is a gathering from folks from all across our state to talk about outdoor recreation, outdoor business, and probably a lot more, correct?
Correct. Yes, very exciting. Yeah, this is a long time coming. We, the town of Farmington, really reached out and aggressively for several years said we want this conference to be in our community because of all the great outdoor recreation that the region has and kind of the work to grow this part of the economy in Farmington and San Juan County. So we were going to have it in 2020, and then the world of COVID hit us, and so we've all been patiently plotting, planning, and now we're very excited to be able to bring to the state of New Mexico and to San Juan County the 4th Outdoor Economics Conference. It's going to be next week from September, starting the evening of September 29th, going through October 1st, and going to have all kinds of cool stuff from amazing panel speakers from around the country, fun outdoor tours, evening receptions with great live music, and a free outdoor company expo that is actually free to the community to attend. And I'm really excited to talk about that this morning. As I mentioned, we got a little bit of breaking news on that even Warren hasn't heard.
Exciting! I know this is literally the definition of breaking news. So we're excited about that, and and the true method of the media, we will pause for a moment and just kind of tease the audience and have them stay tuned to get some of that breaking news in a moment. But let me turn back to Warren Unsicker about what this means for the city of Farmington. Warren Unsicker, to be able to maybe show off a bit of our outdoor recreation prospects to guests from throughout the state and from other companies and things like that who may be attending this conference.
Absolutely. So we're very excited to be hosting the state and folks coming from abroad to come and see what we've been working on here in Farmington. As Jeff mentioned, outdoor recreation has been a major focus for us from a diversification effort, as well as an infrastructure build-out effort. And we're very excited to share that with the visitors that are coming to this event. Part of that is going to be the excursions that attendees get to go on. They'll be able to enjoy our river, our golf courses, numerous of our trails, and some of our beautiful outdoor spaces. Even get to jump in some OHVs or take time to do some meditation out in the Bistai. So there's some really fun excursions to go on to really showcase all the great natural resources that we have to offer here in Farmington. And we look forward to sharing, of course, all the things that we're doing in Farmington to build that out, be it trails and bike paths and other things that we're creating, even looking at trying to build out whitewater features in our river. And so there's a lot going on and a lot of great energy here in Farmington towards the outdoors. And we're just excited to showcase that.
Very good. And Jeff, let me turn back to you a little bit about some of that excitement. I know, as you mentioned, Farmington maybe aggressively wanting to host this conference and been working on it, had an extra year to work on it. And so does it look like the city is pulling out the stops for you and your guests?
Listen, your city staff are amazing. Warren and his team, Tanya Stinson, and it's actually been a regional effort. And I want to give credit to the main man, Nate Duckett, the mayor of Farmington. He really said, grab the bull by the horns, and the last 2 years came to the conference, said, we need this in Farmington. We need this in Farmington. And at the last one we had in Silver City, which was this amazing event, he said, we not only need it in Farmington, I'm going to have a pitch deck in your email within an hour. And so kudos to the whole regional team, Bloomfield, Aztec, San Juan County, San Juan College. The whole region is actually pulled together to make this happen. And it's going to be reflected in a very high-quality event that has a lot to offer, not just people that are coming, I want to say, from all corners of New Mexico are registered for the conference and coming in, but a great opportunity, incredible opportunity for local citizens who are listening to this to not only attend, there's still room if they want to get a ticket, and they can do so at outdooreconomics.com is the website for the conference. They should go online just to check it out and see if it speaks to them. But then the free expo, which we're doing for the first time, that they can bring their family to or just pop on by and then
That's great. And we should mention this is going
to at some late breaking news. Did I mention there was late breaking news?
And I'm going to get to you right now about that because I know you're excited to share it, and I am too. And we should mention that the kind of home base for the conference is at the Civic Center, correct? And that's where the expo will be for folks to come and check out some of these businesses that are providing outdoor either equipment or recreation or other opportunities. That's the idea, right?
That's the idea. Yep. And organizations too. There's some really unique organizations that are going to be there providing it. We've got a fly fishing organization that's going to be demonstrating how to make flies, for example.
Nice.
I think we even have a organization that works on wild horses. It's going to have a wild photo that's going to be making a surprise visit for, selfie pics.
I like it.
If you feed it an extra carrot.
Okay.
So, so it's going to be fun. But there's some really unique products from around the state, outdoor products like a unique teardrop lightweight camper trailer company called Earth Traveler that's making the rage in the state, based out of, I think, Santa Fe. They're coming in and going to be demoing. We're going to have some OHV vehicles, and so it's going to be kind of unique, and then other cool stuff. So come on down.
Very good. And that, as you said, is free to the public, and that's available as open during the conference dates, right? The 29th through October 1st.
So it's actually, the conference starts in the early evening of the 29th. So, and the expo will be starting at that time and available, and which is a great time to come down because it's after hours, but we're also going to have an incredible projection light show that we're excited to show. Very colorful, nice moment for the community. Early evening after hours work, and so it starts the 29th in the evening till about 8 o'clock, and then it'll go all day on Thursday, and then go till about 12:30 on Friday, which is conference hours. Very
good. And we're showing on our screen for our video viewers this morning the schedule about. You've got some great music from our local DADAT group who'll be performing during the welcome reception, and then a film festival too on the first evening at the Civic Center as well. And so, Jeff, talk to me about this breaking news, because I know people are going to just start throwing their radios out the window if we don't get to that soon enough. And it's my fault, not yours.
No, you were already excited to come to this expo with my previous description and yours, but we found out last night that Jack's Plastic Welding is donating a $2,000 value, fresh off the presses, boat for a free raffle. So you have a chance to win your own brand spanking new Jack's Cataract 10-foot long Jack's all-purpose, all-terrain. Well, it's not all-terrain; it's on the water. A boat. And not only that, in addition, I want to say Sandstone Cycles, is that the name of your local bike shop, has donated a very cool mountain bike that also we're going to be raffling off. So that's the breaking news. At the expo, you have a chance to win a boat and a mountain bike. You just got to come and put your name in the hat.
There you go. I imagine the mountain bike's more all-terrain than the boat.
You know what? I we'll see how well that one works in the water, but it could.
Fair enough. Very true. Warren Unsicker, that's a pretty cool thing for the expo and for the community to come to see all these products that are going to be in kind of a one-stop shop in Farmington, to see it all on display in and around the Civic Center.
Yeah, no, this is exciting. That the addition of a more public-facing expo is really a neat thing to have here, especially in Farmington with the venue that we have there at the Civic Center, especially attached to our newly revitalized downtown. It makes for a good afternoon to come and check out the expo and then go hang out in downtown Farmington. We're also going to be having some events going on during the day with the Makers Market on Thursday, and then the Southwest Apple Fest going on Friday, and numerous other events going on Saturday between the Road Apple Rally and the Bloomfield Pedal Paddle and the Chili in October, and the list just goes on of all the great things that our attendees are going to be able to take advantage of that weekend.
It sounds like you're trying to get them to maybe extend their visit to Farmington for a few extra days, Mr. Unsicker.
If it happens by chance, we wouldn't be too bent out of shape.
Right. Understood. Very, very good. And Jeff Steinborn was talking a little bit about about the regional cooperation of getting this conference and everyone kind of working together. And I think we have seen that when we talk about the outdoor recreation initiative with the city and the county and the other communities that surround Farmington. Warren Unsicker, how important is that working together to maybe attract some of these businesses and industries that I think you're hoping to attract with this conference?
Oh, it's huge. It shows the unified push toward a singular industry in our entire area. And so it really is a benefit to any business that in the outdoor rec industry that would want to come to our region, that they have such a wide swath of support that they can pull from, especially looking at the college and their incubator and maker space and their outdoor equipment rental and looking at all the other communities and the work they put into their trails and their parks and the opportunities that we have through the BLM and all the trails they've been building in partnership with the county. I mean, it's just so much opportunity to be had here in Farmington in the northwest region of New Mexico.
Very good. And Jeff Steinborn, again, from your perspective as Executive Director of Outdoor New Mexico, it seems like the state is pushing for more outdoor recreation opportunities throughout the state, and it's a way to diversify the state's economy and maybe trying to put their money where their mouth is. Are there some financial opportunities from the state of New Mexico for communities like Farmington and San Juan County?
Well, yes, and yes. The state of New Mexico, just a few years ago, we created an outdoor office, a state office of outdoor recreation, which Colorado and Utah had already done to great success. We did that here in our state, I think in 2017, and we have an incredible director named Axie Navas. And this conference, the outdoor conference, is being co-produced and directed and sponsored by the New Mexico Outdoor Recreation Division. So Axie is going to be in Farmington the whole conference. She's going to be moderating a panel or two. And so, one of the great things that people really get out of the conference is the opportunity to meet people like Axie. The Economic Development Secretary, Alicia Keys, a person who's doing major multi-$100 million deals all over the state every day, she's going to be in Farmington the entire duration of the conference. The Secretary of Tourism, that now has tens of millions of dollars, unprecedented level of funding that they're giving out to communities like Farmington. And Tanya Stinson is, a major tourism leader in the state. But the fact is there's a lot of money available for cities to do tourism marketing for outdoor recreation. She's going to be there and moderating a panel at the conference. So the state of New Mexico, not only very invested and actively working to grow outdoor recreation, but they are very invested in this conference and using this as a modality to educate and inspire New Mexicans about all these issues related to outdoor rec and to connect and learn about how to access these funds. Like infrastructure, for example, we're going to have a panel just on outdoor infrastructure with all the major government entities who give out grants to fund building a trail or even getting kids outdoors. New Mexico has one of the first programs of its kind in the country called the Outdoor Equity Fund, where we give grants to get kids outside, which is amazing and really important thing to do. So we're going to have a whole session on the Outdoor Equity Fund and a lot of discussion on that. So it all happens at this conference. And yeah, the state and we work really hard to get all the right players at this event so that it is very valuable for people who attend.
And we are showing some of the faces of the speakers you have planned for this conference. And I mean, they are a who's who of the outdoor recreation world and the New Mexico political world as well. The governor, Senator Heinrich, planning to make some comments at the conference. Mayor Duckett, as you previously mentioned, will be part of that. Mayor Snover from the city of Aztec, and a bunch of other state level folks and other regional folks as well. I mean, that's a lot of folks.
It's
a lot of expertise.
Yeah, no, we've never had more panels and more panelists, and it's a lot of logistics too. But it's exciting to bring together that conversation. And I will say we've got some other really interesting panels too of value that I'd love to just quickly rattle off.
Please do.
We all love our outdoors, but we all recognize the need to take care of our outdoors when we're out there and keep it clean and leave no trace and tread lightly. And so we actually have some national, we actually have the national director of Leave No Trace, kind of the foremost anti-litter, how to be a good steward when you're out on the land organization. We have the premier off-road vehicle organization in the country, Tread Lightly. Their assistant director is going to be participating in a panel. And then we have the national director of Keep America Beautiful. So we're going to have a major panel just on anti-littering and stewardship and how best to do that so we can help communities help lead the way in doing that, which is really important to attracting companies to an area that's kind of litter-free and providing a quality experience when you're out on public lands and not a trashed experience. And this is something that communities are confronting. We've got a great panel on agritourism to teach people and communities how to grow marketing, cooperating with their agricultural sector to grow tourism and outdoor tourism. And then finally, another really cool panel on equity and inclusiveness in helping disadvantaged communities have access to the outdoors. And so we have great advocates in that space, including disability advocates. And so looking forward to expanding people's thoughts about those communities and how we could make outdoor opportunities available to everybody. So there's just a few more cool panels that will be happening at this conference. And again, the whole schedule is online.
Yep.
On outdooreconomics.com, where folks can also register.
Very good. And talk to me a little bit about the registration, Jeff Steinborn, just for a minute. Is that is it a one fee for the whole conference? Can you pick and choose? How does it work?
Yep, it's one fee for the whole thing. It's $95, and it's and included in that you get to do everything. It's like it includes 6 meals, 2 parties. It was a choice of 1 of 10 tours. Now a lot of the tours have filled up, but there's still a handful of great, exciting tours from the Aztec Ruins National Monument to taking a walk on the Animas River, and a few other really cool opportunities to go on your award-winning golf course. That's all included in the price. So when you sign up, you get to choose one of those tours, or you don't have to go on a tour. And then we even send you on your way with a great box lunch, which is also included. So all for the low price of $95.
All right. Very good. Warren Unsicker, this seems like a pretty good deal with all the speakers that are coming and the workshops that are going to be offered and the other tours and things that Jeff Steinborn's mentioning. I mean, a pretty good value for a couple of days of exposure to outdoor recreation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, it couldn't be in a better place there downtown Farmington at the Civic Center. Makes for some great synergy, be able to walk down to the river if you want to, check out our river trails. And speaking of the cleanup and stewardship, we actually are hosting National Public Lands Day this Saturday. Have 4 sites for cleanup. So if anyone's interested in helping in that endeavor, we're hosting that this Friday. So starting at 8 a.m. They can find more information at our bit.ly link, bit.ly/PLD San Juan County. So very excited to have people out there to help get cleaned up in preparation for this great event.
Very, very good. And Warren Unsicker, do you think a lot of attendees are going to be maybe surprised at Farmington's embracing of outdoor recreation, and maybe they haven't been to Farmington in a few years or maybe a few decades, and maybe be surprised to see some of the changes that have been made here in the community?
Oh, absolutely. I think people will be very pleasantly surprised. We're kind of a hidden gem up here in the Four Corners. We really are the center of adventure with all the things you can do within a very short drive of Farmington. So we're very excited to host people here and have them discover how they can jolt their journey here. I'm sure Tanya would like to have me put that out there. This is definitely the place to do it.
Sure. Points for that, for sure. Jeff Steinborn, what about the image that maybe Farmington has in other parts of the state? We're, I think, certainly known for a very long time as being an energy-producing region of New Mexico, maybe not so much for outdoor recreation, but as you pointed out, the city's made a lot of investments, and the county and the college and other partners in this new economic diversity of outdoor recreation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I live very far away. I live in Las Cruces, and so I don't have the opportunity to spend a lot of time in Farmington. So yes, it was educational for me as well, and I know it will be for a lot of attendees. And I think that's a big part of why the leaders there in Farmington wanted to get this conference there, was to help shine a big light on how great of a place it is educate people about it. And honestly, it's reason number one why we chose Farmington as the location for the conference is that we want to bring New Mexicans to places that they will have a good time at, and they will get to go explore the outdoors, and that are also leading the way in outdoor recreation development so that they can set an example for other communities. And so those are, last year we were on the Continental Divide Trail in Silver City at a town on the Ascension in this realm. And this year, Farmington has been working really hard, and it does have incredible outdoor assets. We don't want it to be overrun like Moab, but it's kind of like the Moab of New Mexico in a way, with its red rocks and its its rivers, world-class fly fishing, and it's just mountain biking that it's legendary for. So it is an incredible outdoor mecca, really, and we're very happy to show it off to the rest of the state. And we're going to be doing so successfully in a variety of ways, and it's going to be great visibility for the community, and lots of great connections are going to be made. And unless I say again, there is a free component to this if you're listening.
Right.
The Outdoor Expo, that you can come down during the conference hours and see lots of your local outdoor companies, check out cool products, and win a chance to get a free boat by Jack's Plastic Welding and a free mountain bike by Sandstone Cycles, also in Farmington. And just sign up for a free raffle. So bring the family out, and you get that opportunity too, and that's free.
There you go. Good to know. And Warren Unsicker, are we ready to be the Moab of New Mexico, Farmington?
Well, that and then some. We have so much to offer here, and such great amenities for people to take advantage of. It's a great place to stay and call home base to go and do just about anything you could imagine in the great outdoors.
Well, very good. Well, gentlemen, I really appreciate both of you joining me this morning to talk about this great opportunity for New Mexico, for the city of Farmington, San Juan County, and the other communities here in the region to showcase just what we've been talking about for the last 30 minutes or so, which is all the outdoor recreation opportunities for recreation and businesses in the greater Farmington area. So, Jeff Steinborn, thank you for joining us from Las Cruces and Outdoor New Mexico. Safe travels here next week.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for having us.
You bet. Thank you very much. Warren Unsicker from the City of Farmington and Economic Development, thank you for being here as well.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, my guest this morning here on KSJE, it is the Outdoor Economic Conference in Farmington, beginning next week on September 29th through October 1st. The New Mexico Outdoor Economics Conference is happening in Farmington, September 29th through October 1st. The conference features panel discussions, outdoor tours, social gatherings, and top leaders from the outdoor industry. The Outdoor Company Expo will be free to attend at the Farmington Civic Center. Registration is open now at OutdoorEconomics.com. That's OutdoorEconomics.com. The New Mexico Outdoor Economics Conference, September 29th through October 1st. KSJE is supported by the Farmington Civic Center, bringing a wide variety of live entertainment to the Four Corners. Country music, classic rock, and ballet, all on stage this fall. Also, on-stage theatrical performances of The Rocky Horror Show and the holiday classic A Christmas Carol. Find out more online at fmtn.org/shows. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.